Great afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Conquering Through the Crisis. My name is Lamont Gwynn. I am your host, and you are here because you believe, just like me, that when life challenges come our way, when crises show up, we don't just cope through them, we conquer. And I'm really excited about today's guest because she's going to bring some insight to our topic for the day: conquering crisis by embracing change. So important because, that's probably one of the most consistent things of in life: change. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Elizabeth Tichenor to the show. Welcome to the show, Elizabeth.
Hi, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Lamont.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, you and I have a relationship because I recently did your headshot. You posted on Facebook that you were looking for a headshot, and one of our mutual acquaintances posted my name, and we came in and did that wonderful shot that's in the show announcement. And we don't live too far from each other, so that's how we're acquainted. But when in all of this, one of the things that I remembered from the shoot was that you are a student.
Yes, I
Can you
am.
talk about what you're in school for?
I go to Rollins College and I'm working on the Master's in Mental Health Counseling degree right now.
Awesome. So mental health. Are you originally from here? Are you originally from Orlando?
No, I was born I was raised in Wisconsin, in Madison, Wisconsin, and I moved to Orlando uh, in the year of 2000 when I was 18 years old. I did a Walt Disney World College program.
Awesome, awesome. So you moved here for a Disney program, and you went to eventually you went to Valencia. You graduated, and you now doing optometry,
Optician. I'm a
optician.
licensed optician.
Okay, and a- so as a licensed optician, with the crisis going on, how has that affected what you do in your business?
Well, we are still considered an emergency service, but right now the business is a little bit slower. So just the managers are working. I go back to work at the end of May.
Okay, okay. So we're praying for you. Hopefully that'll work out fine. And then with school, how are you managing through school? How is that like? What is that like?
School for me has been the most difficult part um, to adjust to. We've been doing virtual classes, and I've been explaining to my friends virtual is different than online. Online classes are great, you can do it at your own pace, usually with assignments due every week, where virtual takes place real time. So we're having to get on WebEx platform and join in our classrooms real time. It's been a lot more difficult to study. Uh, Usually people would think, oh, you're not working right now, you have all the time in the world to do schoolwork. But in reality, I'm stuck at home. I can't go to the library to study. I can't go to Starbucks to study. So it's really hard to focus.
Wow. So how are you um adjusting to that change?
Well, I'm getting it done. I just got my grades for spring semester. I got straight A's, thankfully. So thankful for that. Um,
Congratulations.
Thank you. But um, school summer session starts in 1 week, so I'm trying to just stay ahead of everything, and stay on top of it because it's only 2 months long for the summer, and if I fall behind just even a week, it's done for.
So I just love that, that get it done attitude, even in change, even though it's uncomfortable for you, even though you're having difficulty with it, you still have that get it done mentality. Are there any things that you've put in place for yourself to kind of help you, although it's difficult, to kind of help you maneuver through it?
I am pretty vocal to my friends. I have one or two friends that I get out regularly to walk with because I believe it's really important to try to get out at least once a day to walk, for your mental health and for your physical activities. Um, And also just I talk to friends. Like if I'm feeling like I'm having a hard time with something, I'm vocal about it. I don't let it just sit and marinate in my head.
Awesome. I know you also mentioned the fact that you set time limits for yourself. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, when I study, I set a timer and it helps me focus. So if I have to do some reading, I'll put a timer for 15 minutes and I'll just focus on reading. I won't look at my cell phone or anything. And when the timer goes off, take a break, however long I feel, um, and then I go back to it. And I slowly increase the time up from 15 minutes, 20, 30, 45 minutes sometimes. That helps
Awesome.
a lot.
I like that. I like that approach. It helps you to kind of like, okay, be focused, get it done in a time within a time period, and then you have to be able, you can relax. You know, it's interesting. My roommate does that as well. He sets timers for when he can take a nap, and once the timer rings, nap time over, time to
Mhm.
get back into to studying. So that approach is helpful and it works. So let's talk about with you being in the mental health, well, going into the mental health field. What brought that on? Why are you going down that path?
Um, Well, I guess I come from a family that has always been in mental health. My mom, my dad, my uncle. So growing up, I've come to realize that mental health is normal, and there shouldn't be a negative stigma attached to it. Just because, oh, you're seeing a therapist, that means you're crazy. No, that doesn't mean that. Everyone should have a therapist. So what made me want to get into the field, I just when I was younger I didn't want to do it because my mom was a therapist. So as I matured, I realized, well, I do really appreciate it and have a natural knack for it and learning about it. So I put away those old thoughts that I don't want to be like my mother, and I'm going for it, and I'm doing really well in my classes so far.
Great. And in school, especially in being in mental health, you know, that change from going from classes on campus to at home and the mental stress that it can produce. What have your administrators, your um, professors, what kind of information have they provided you all with to help you to be able to deal with this change and not say I'm done with this?
That's the cool thing about going to school for mental health counseling, because all the teachers are really into it and they always check in on us. One thing that some of the professors started to do was opening up their WebEx room about 10, 15 minutes earlier. So the students, we can go in early and just chat with each other and see how everyone's doing. Another teacher of mine, he took the first hour of a 2-hour class just to go and check on each of us. He's like, tell me 3 things that you're doing for your mental health. And so we were all able to share these ideas for an hour and kind of adopt some new ideas if we wanted to. Um, we also have like chat groups that we've created, like a positivity group, for us to share ideas and thoughts to kind of stay upbeat.
And that is something that all of you can actually do. To my audience, all of you can do, create those positivity groups within your network, and check in with each other. You know, the Zoom platform is a great way. I mean, I record this show on the Zoom platform. It's a great way to get people together to kind of just check on each other, and I just love that. Thank you for sharing that. So, what is next for Elizabeth?
The next step, well, as far as school,
Yes. As
okay,
far as
so
school, as far as life,
everything.
what's the next step?
Well, the next step, return to work at the end of this month, I hope. Um, Try to get adjusted to the new normal that's going to be out there. Um, it's a little sad to think that life, how it was before this, is not going to be the same, but at the same time, I believe people were working too much. They were overworking. They didn't have time for their friends. They didn't have time to cook, time to take care of their bodies or their mental health. So hopefully this brings out a different aspect of society now. Um, going to continue with school. I have 2 more years left. It's a 3-year program. Um, and yeah, it's just right now it's work and school.
And I appreciate you because you came to me. How long do you have in your program?
Well, it's a 3-year program, and I
Okay.
came to you after my first semester.
Right. You came to me after your first semester. And I love the fact that you created this headshot for yourself as a beacon for this is where I want to be when I graduate from this program. Can you share a little bit about your experience when you came in and worked with me?
Oh, yes. Okay. So, um, Eric referred me to you, and out of all the referrals I've received on my Facebook post, I checked everyone out, but your website was the most appealing, and you had your prices right there. I really liked that. It was like a no mess prices right there. You were very quick to write me back and get the session booked. There was no delay there. And when we got to the session, you came out and you helped me carry my clothes into the building. You met me at my car. Um, we went into the building, beautiful building, into your room with all the equipment set up, and you explained everything to me. Um, I remember we probably only took about 10 photos, and then we got the good one because I guess you said I'm photogenic.
You,
But
yes, you see, you are very, very photogenic. You had a beautiful smile. It was just, you were one of my most easiest clients. So I
aw,
thank you for being beautiful. And I thank you for, I mean, because oftentimes people come in and they come in guarded. And with you, I didn't feel your guard up. You just, just shared who you were. And that's what I try to do with my clients. Just get to who they are, get past the nervousness, get past the uncomfortable feeling of being in front of the camera. And then from there, just taking a great photo.
yeah, the whole experience was um, very professional.
Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So, I want to close the show with 5 check-in questions. So, I do these check-in questions with all of my guests, and it's almost like a mental health. It's for mental health. It's to check in to see how you're feeling. And let me just pull it up here. So, here we go. I need to stop taking pictures so that I can see it right away. Let's see here. Here we go. Or have it up for the show. All right. How are you feeling?
Um, I'm feeling nervous about reopening.
Okay.
I'm feeling good,
Hmm.
but nervous about people starting to go out again.
Hmm. What's not working?
Um, the arrows at Publix. No, nobody watches those.
You said the aisles at Publix?
Yeah, the arrows at Publix. I don't
Oh,
know if
the arrows.
it's there.
Okay.
They have the little arrows. You can go one way down the aisles, and nobody ever does that.
Gotcha.
Not
What's
working.
working?
Um, Staying at home, actually, I feel like I'm one of the few people that actually like it, that's not going crazy by it. I really am enjoying this time.
Awesome. I'm people may not agree, but I am more of an introvert than extroverted. Like me doing this is a process. It doesn't come easy. So staying at home, I'm like my mom, staying at home and being outside. Like there have been days when I lived in New York, Maryland, here in Florida. There are days that I just sat in the house when there were beautiful days outside because I'm more of a loner than not. So I understand exactly what you mean.
Yes.
What do you need?
I need the unemployment to go through. And Florida needs to have a better system for that.
Yes. Amen to that. What are
Mhm.
you proud of?
Um, I'm proud of the fact that I'm still enrolled in school and I'm still chugging along despite all this going on. I'm not giving up.
Beautiful. And the last question is, what can you let go of?
Um, I'm letting go of like the old normal life that we used to think of. Um, it's never going to be a life without masks.
Mm, well, we'll see about that. I hope that is not the case.
Me too.
I hope we get to a place where this epidemic looks like Ebola in the sense that it's controlled. People are we know the disease is there, it can come back like anything, but we have what we need in as far as research and science and medicine to that it won't be something that we have to continue to social distance each other from. I think scientists are smart enough to be able to look at a virus, although it's something that's living, it's not conscious.
Mhm.
And because it's not conscious, I believe that we have the mastery over it. We just need to find out how to. And I think in the weeks, months, years to come, we'll be able to do that. So hopefully, when you come in for your next session, we won't have to wear masks. So that's our show. I'd like to thank you so much, Elizabeth, for taking time out. I really appreciate what you shared because embracing change is so important, even in crisis. And you've been able to do that. You've given us some steps that we can take in order to embrace change and make things better for ourselves and for our family and friends. So join us tomorrow as our guest, who is an entrepreneur. She had something that happened last year that put her business in the right place to be able to maneuver in this crisis. You'll want to tune in for that information. So, to you, Elizabeth, and to my guests, I say to you, to you, Elizabeth, and to my viewers, I say to you, thank you for joining us and make it a great day.
Thank you, Lamont.
You're welcome.